Hey everybody, it's Melanie again, and this week I'm going to talk to you about weight loss and getting your mindset right and some tips on shifting your mindset into seeing better weight loss results. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of the people I work with, and through experience of my own, I've come across this: if your mind is not right, you are not going to see the results you're looking for, and you're not going to be very successful. How do I know this? Because I've been there. So what I work with in my VIP groups, this is one of the categories that we work with, is shifting your mindset. Because in all honesty, there's so many different weight loss programs out there, and some people just don't know where to start. And when they start, their mindset isn't right because they want the quick results. They get obsessed and sometimes run out of the gate flying and do everything right times 5, to where it kind of is obsessive and overdone, to where they're like not suffering, but they're putting their health at risk because it's too extreme, okay? And then in a weight loss program, a lot of times people go gung-ho, and every weight loss program has its pros and cons. And what happens is we're kind of excited and we're ready to go, but we're then at the point where we're just not sure what's going on. And we start to look for these quick fixes. We start to get obsessed with the results, and we're not looking at the big picture. We're looking at it in the wrong way. And then our health starts to suffer from it. And a lot of times we get angry, we get upset, and then we quit. We just throw the towel in. We overthink about it. We talk ourselves out of it. We tell ourselves that, guess what? It's not going to work. This just doesn't work. So sometimes changing your mindset is huge. And like I said in the video before it cut me off, I work on this in my VIP groups. It's part of the process that we go through in order to get started in the prep week. You have to get your mindset right, because weight loss, health and fitness, all that stuff is such a huge emotional change, so much more than it is a physical change. But what we want is an instant physical change, and it doesn't always happen that way. So in order to understand that, you first need to get your mindset right. So the quick fixes are not something you should be looking for. You shouldn't be looking for something that's going to maybe be detrimental to your health. Now, I'm not saying everything out there is. I'm not saying, this is, that is. What I'm saying is you need to look at it as a long-term project that you're working on. You're working on you. You have to set your mindset up for success. You have to realize that you kind of have to pretty much change from the inside, get your mindset right before you start to see changes on the outside. And how do you do that? So what are my tips? I've got 5 killer tips on how to change your mindset and get yourself set up for success in your health and fitness program. So here we go. Tip number 1, change your goals. How do you change your goals? What do you mean change your goals? Okay, what I'm saying is your goal should not be focusing on huge weight loss in the beginning. What you should be focusing on is small, short-term, attainable goals, to where you're looking to maybe fit into this, or drink enough water today, or stay on track with your meal planning, or get your workout in. You don't want to have huge thoughts of like, if I try it one last time. So tip number 1 was change your goals. Tip number 2 is don't punish yourself. Be patient. Be easy on yourself. Know that biting off small chunks of your goal is so much better than taking a huge chunk off and saying, screw it, I can't reach this goal. So take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and just go easy on yourself and be patient. So number 3 is keep a positive attitude, because again, here, changing your mindset and knowing that what you're doing is good for your body, that what you're doing is good for your health, that it's going to make you a stronger person, it's going to make you feel more confident. When you look at it that way versus, well, crap, I haven't even lost a pound yet. I've been doing this for a week and a half. That is not what you're looking to keep as a positive attitude. That is just you looking at it in a negative way, and it's going to set you up for failure. So tip number 4, stay away from the scale. I cannot say this enough. I say this to everybody in my groups and everything. Stay off of the scale. Why do you want to stay off the scale? Because, okay, get on the scale on day one and take your weight and measurements. That's perfectly fine. But the number on the scale does not define you. It does not make you who you are. What makes you who you are is what comes from the inside. But through your weight loss journey, yes, you're going to want to keep track of things, but don't obsess over the scale. I always tell everybody, measure on the first day, put that scale away, because if you're getting on that scale every day, your mind is going to just go crazy because you're not going to be seeing what you're thinking you should be seeing changing on that scale. So instead of focusing on that number on the scale, you should be focusing on the positive things that you're doing each day. That's going to get you one step closer to what your goals are. Your mindset needs to be
Number 5,
ironically, is be patient and kind. Okay? So why do we want to be patient and kind with ourselves? Because why shouldn't we treat ourselves like a best friend? Why are we so hard on ourselves when it comes to weight loss and health and fitness and wanting, we all want these instant results, and we're not finding what we're looking for by looking at it that way. So you have to trust the process. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to know that once my mindset is right and I start working from the inside, I will see changes on the outside with my weight loss. Because if you're focusing on the huge, like, I have to lose this much by, this date, or I have to do this, that, or the other, it's going to be hard because your mindset's in the wrong place. So, like I said, change the goals, make them small and attainable goals, one step at a time, one bite of that elephant at a time. Don't punish yourself, okay? Be patient, take your time, trust the process, keep your attitude positive, stay away from the scale, step on it once, and then maybe 3 weeks later. Don't step on it every day, okay? Because that number does not define who you are. And once again, be patient and kind to yourself through this process, because what you're doing is so good for you. What you're doing is something that's going to make huge changes in your life for the long haul. So it's a process. You go through it and it makes things change and it makes things better in your life once you've got that right mindset. So I apologize for it being 5 takes today, but I thank you all for hopping on and staying with me, and I promise that all of this will be together in